UK football coach Mark Stoops. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great. 3 games in. We talked to you about a week or two before the season. You were excited, ready to go. 3 games in. How do you judge what's happened so far? Are you pleased? Has it reached your expectations? Not quite. What would you say?
Well, obviously disappointed with the record. Very disappointed in the record. We go out there to win and prepare to win the games. That didn't happen. But it has.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What happened? This is a landline. How could we? All right.
We've had a weather alert in Lexington.
Are you there, Coach?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we had some breaking up there. We lost you, but you said a little disappointed at the record. But after that first game, since the Western game, you clearly have played better, correct?
We have. We definitely have, Matt. We are improving. I thought we got better between week 1 and week 2, and I actually think we got better between week 2 and week 3 in certain areas. We didn't put it all together, but I think certainly defensively we showed some improvement and showed some signs, and I thought that was encouraging. I think offensively, we're going to get better. We have a lot of young guys playing. I believe wholeheartedly in the system and what we're doing offensively. It just takes better execution on a lot of parts. Certainly we could play better at quarterback, we could play better at O-line and at receiver and the whole deal, but we're going to get better and we're going to keep on moving forward.
As a coach, I know you don't want to talk about what's happened in the past, but I've noticed in the last couple years when the team would get down early, the game would be over. They would sort of wilt. Yeah. But this team has fought back, both in the Western and Louisville games, and I think that has to be encouraging, right?
It is. I mean, definitely. I mean, we talk about it all the time. You have to be tough. You know that. I mean, we're in a tough league playing against some very good, physical, tough teams, and we have to match that, and we have to continue to improve in that area. We talked about that with the team this week, that we have to show more fight and more resolve, and we have to make plays when the game's on the line to be competitive, and we're going to do that. We're going to improve in that area. I think we have shown some more fight, and again, we need to continue working on all that along with the execution.
Let's talk some positives that we've seen, especially in the last 2 games. You got to be happy with your defense. I mean, there were some folks, myself included, who thought, especially your back 7, could be a real weakness all year. And I feel like those guys have played better than I expected. Is that fair?
I think that's fair. Definitely fair to say. I talked about that since I've been here, that we needed to improve in that area or we would have a real hard time. And I feel like the guys are working very hard, and they have improved. And, I think, we're getting better. I mean, anytime, if you just go to the Louisville game and you look at it and you say we had 5 of the first 6 possessions were three and out.
You would have taken that before the game, right, Coach?
If you'd have told me that going in against those guys with the weapons they have. I mean, that's a good thing. And our players played physical. They played tough. We played aggressive. We changed some things up, put some bigger guys on the field, and it did help. And I think it gives us a little glimpse at where we need to go in the future. So, I do appreciate that, and I appreciate their effort and everything. We're not there. We understand all that, Matt, but we are getting better, and the guys are working hard.
Let's talk quarterback just a minute. Going into the season, I think you mentioned to us that you thought quarterback was a strength of the team. It's probably not been exactly what you've wanted so far. What do you attribute that to?
I think it's a lot of things. I think I've said this all along, that the quarterbacks cannot do it by themselves. We have to have good players around them, guys that make plays. And listen, the quarterbacks have not played good enough for our standards or the fan standards. We know that, and they know that. They need to play better. Also, the players around them need to play better. So you put the combination of that together, and bad things are happening when we have missed opportunities, whether the quarterback misses a throw when a guy's open, and then the next time he puts it on the numbers and the guy drops it, that's going to lead to a disaster, and obviously that's happened a little bit to us. So we've got to improve in all areas. Certainly the quarterbacks need to play better. They understand that. We'll put pressure on them to play better. and we need to play better around them as well.
Are you worried about Max's either arm strength or injury status going forward?
Of course, it's a little bit alarming, and you worry about that with past history of injuries and things like that. But it's my understanding, from talking with the doctors and talking with our trainers, that this injury was not the same area. It's not related to the same injury that he had in the summer with his shoulder.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
All right, Whitlow. It strikes me, and again, I'm an idiot when this comes to this stuff, so you can help me here. But it strikes me that Whitlow, to me, at the beginning of games, looks really nervous. I mean, it did against Western, fumbled in the first play against Louisville, but then when he settles down, seems to play better. Is that what you see, and how do you fix that?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. It is that he's certainly was a little uptight against Western. And, the guy made a nice play from Louisville on the fumble the other day against him. But yeah, I mean, he needs to settle down. We need to get more confident. We need to get him started faster and look for ways to get him to settle down and things like that. But, yeah, I think that's fair to say, and it's our job to get him to settle down and play better and again, have guys around him make some plays.
Your most loyal UK fan in the world is our caller, John Short, and I said he got one question for you. And his question was, if Max gets hurt or is not able to play in a game, what happens then? Do you go full game with Whitlow, or do you share with Patrick Towles or Reese Phillips?
That depends on the play of Patrick or Reese and how they come along, and it depends on Jalen. I think the plan would be to play Jalen right now because those two guys have been split in times. You've seen the games. Both of them have looked good at times, and both of them have looked bad at times. If we felt like Patrick or Reese were the answer to play better than one of those two guys, we would certainly do that. You know and I know we're in the business of winning games here and moving this program forward. So we will certainly do anything we can to help us win games. And so the plan would be with Jalen at that point. And then, again, if he wasn't getting it done or if we felt like Patrick really progressed, then we would go with Patrick as well.
Now, you got to be happy about the young guys. I mean, if you watch a game, we had this stat on KSR. It's amazing the percentage of your yards and tackles that are coming from true freshmen or guys in their first year in the program. That's got to make you happy.
It definitely does. And if you watch the games, Matt, hey, listen, we're not force-feeding that. That's just the way it's going down. You know what I mean? We have other guys that have had the opportunity to make plays, and they're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I told the upperclassmen that we need them to play better. We absolutely positively need our upperclassmen skill guys to play better. And so, we need them to improve. But the young guys, absolutely. We need to also get them and keep force feeding them because those guys are making plays. It's great to see Timmons out there. And listen, we're real high on Timmons. We love Ryan. And I've loved him from the minute we got him signed up. But he needs to play better as well. He's doing very good with the ball in his hand. But there's a lot of other things that people don't see that he needs to improve on. You know, so that goes with moving the offense that people just don't see. So, he is a young guy, and we are taking some lumps with certain things that's not helpful. But certainly making plays and catching the ball and doing things with the ball in his hand. Timmons has been phenomenal. Javis Blue is a great player, doing very good.
Blake McLean has played.
Blake McLean, absolutely very high on Blake. Probably exceeded all of our expectations. For a first-year player on defense, it's very hard to do. He's doing a very good job, and very happy with him. Nate Willis is coming along and helping us a little bit. So, good things are happening.
Let's talk about going forward. I mean, first of all, I like it that next Saturday night's game is at night. I love them at night. It's just that the Commonwealth Stadium rocks. There's a buzz. You got all day to get ready. People get their liquid courage. They get in there and they're ready to go. Yeah. Talk to me about this atmosphere against Florida and how important it is.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get back on the field. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do between now and then. And you know what? We had a great practice yesterday. The guys worked their tails off, and we're in here game planning on Florida all day tonight and all night last night. And we're going to have another couple great practices here this week to get ready for Florida. But I can't wait to get back in the stadium and to play a night game and to have Commonwealth at night and have all the people there. I've heard so much about it. I can't wait to play my first night game there. I know our players are excited about it, and we expect to have another great crowd. Believe me, keep on supporting these players. They're working their tails off, and the coaches are working hard to put them in a position to be successful. We're going to keep on banging that door down, Matt, and believe me, sooner or later we're going to knock it down, and we're excited about the opportunity to play a great Florida team.
When the lights go on at Commonwealth, Coach, there's some special things that have happened. 07 against Louisville, 07 against LSU, South Carolina in 2010.
Yeah.
I don't know. This mojo with a Florida team, I'm not going – this isn't you talking, it's me, but it's a little bit not what it always is. Yeah. I just got the feeling if you get that energy, who knows, right?
Well, absolutely. We definitely need that energy. And you know what? If you go back for a moment and go back to Louisville, I think if we could have done some things that got the fans going even more than they were, if we'd have done our part and maybe got that offensive touchdown or sparked it up, I couldn't wait to see the place erupt and to get that energy going, because I think our players need that and we'll feed off that. So absolutely, we're looking forward to that in the Florida game. We're going to need your support. We're going to need everybody. I've talked about that since I've been here. It takes a lot of people to have success at this level and to beat a quality team and a quality program like Florida. So, again, looking forward to the support, and I thank you for all the support we've had so far and look forward for the continued.
Final question, just about 30 seconds left. How cool was, this is your first year doing it. How cool has it been to be the head guy in charge?
You know what? It has been a lot of fun. I really love it. It's funny, Matt. People will, they've seen me around town for 9 months before the first game, and everybody's so positive. Good things are happening, recruiting, working hard, the whole deal, and all of a sudden we lose the first game, and people start looking at, oh, hi, coach. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to be all discouraged and I'm all down or whatever. Listen, I know the situation, exactly what we're in right here, and I embrace it, and our players embrace it. We're going to work our tail off to get this thing done. Nobody ever said when it was going to happen, and I'm still not saying when or where or how, and I'm not making any excuses, but I love it. I love the challenge of it. I love the way things are going. Our players and our coaches are working extremely hard, and I love the situation we're in, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here right now trying to get this program turned. So it's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to many more days. And hey, they're going to be challenging, but it's going to be a lot of fun doing it.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.